quick video. By the way, follow me on Twitter. Team 3D Army, TEAM. I'm gonna put it on the screen or in the description below. Team 3D Army. I put a lot of every time I'm inspired while I'm at work or in the gym, whatever. I post, short one-liners or two-liners, sometimes four-liners, to kind of like help you see what I'm feeling at the moment, and hopefully my words will encourage you to get out and move some mountains. But anyway, one of the quotes that I posted today. I looked at how lions hunt elephants and how eagles, will hunt prey that like twice, three times the size. And I realized one thing is that they instilled fear in the enemies that were bigger than them. And how did it do it? The eagle is still small. It's not like the eagle gets bigger when he's about to attack a goat or something. It's not like a lion multiplies in size when he's about to attack an elephant. But why do they instill fear in their prey? And one thing I realized, hence the quote. I'm trying to remember what I said, because it was like I said, it's just freestyle. It just comes out. I don't even like try to write it down or anything. The only way to kill a giant is to dwarf him with your attitude. There you go. That's the quote. So I said the only way to kill a giant is to dwarf him with your attitude. Don't meet a giant head on. You're gonna get stumped on. You know what I'm saying? But the secret that I learned is that use something you're in control of to fight something you're not in control of. For example, use something you're in control of. You're not in control of your body, the size that you are. Look at the lion and the elephant. The lion is not in control of the size of his body. Whatever he does or trains, he cannot get as big as an elephant, but he's in control of his mind, of his character, of his mindset. Same thing with you. You may not be bigger than the giant. Pretend you go on a war against an enemy 3 times your size. You might not be bigger than him, but the one thing that you could change, you cannot change your body, but you could change your mindset. And the mindset is more powerful than the body because the mind controls the body. If you can increase the size of your character, of your boldness, your courage, your attitude, and character is hidden in courage. How much courage you have determines your character. If you can increase that, eventually you will dwarf your enemy. You will shrink him to size. Why? Because if your mindset is bigger than your enemy's mindset, it doesn't matter how big he is, he becomes small. Because like I said, the mind rules over the body. The elephant may be big in size, but his mind is like that of a pebble. He doesn't have that aggressiveness of a lion. The lion is smaller than the elephant, has more passion, more ambitions, and more fire than an elephant. So he dwarfs the elephant by dwarfing his mind and not his body. We need to stop looking at the physical things and start understanding that the mind rules things. Like I said, courage is the secret, it's the key. And I also put another quote about how courage is like muscles. The more you use your courage, the more it grows. But unlike muscles, your courage you cannot overtrain your courage. When you overtrain your muscle, it shrinks. You overtrain your courage, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You can never have too much courage. And if you die while your courage is too high and it causes you to do something crazy, you will be remembered, I guarantee you. Because if you're able to do something so great that it will get you killed, you will be remembered just because you went up on that stage. But yeah, dwarf your challenges with your mindset. How do you tackle life when you wake up in the morning? That's why it's very important to get up in the morning and ask yourself questions. Remind yourself of your identity or who you are. People say, I don't have identity, I don't have purpose. You have purpose, you have identity. You just got to find it. It's deep inside of you. Just look at the things that obsess you. Look at the things that inspire you, the things that make you cry, the things that stimulate you. That's a key to your purpose, And yeah, pretty much you're able to increase the size of your mind. You're able to increase your influence by increasing the one thing you're in control of, which is your mind. Read books, feed your passion, feed your ambitions, and watch your character grow. Watch your aura grow. I see a lot of little guys, kind of like the haka dance in New Zealand. You see these little guys doing the haka, and you're like, oh shit, man, they could scare off like a fucking army, legions of like monsters. Why? Because even though they're so small, the aura that comes out of them, the testosterone that comes out of them when they're doing that haka dance, is a testament of the inner strength. And that's how those warriors back in the days came out with those dances, because they realized, okay, we're small. How do we intimidate the enemy? How do we become bigger than the enemy? Simple. We could just scream and shout and pound our chest and show that we are strong inside. And eventually our aura will grow and intimidate the opponent. So remember, your character. Your character is the key. Courage. All these things that come within. You got to fuel those things. How do you become more courageous? I also said in another video, your courage is not from the outside trying to come in. It's not knocking on your heart like, yo, let me in, man. You need some courage. No, your courage is on the inside trying to come out, knocking, saying, release me, I'm a fucking beast, unleash me. You are full of courage. That's why you can't find courage, because you're looking for it on the outside. You'll never find something that's already on the inside. If you're looking on the outside for what you have on the inside, you'll never find it. People are looking for courage every day and they don't find it, because why? It's already inside of them. They're already courageous. So unleash your courage. That's all life is about. Life is about unveiling what's already within you. Life is about releasing what's already inside of you. I mean, how do you know it? How do I know this? Look at a seed. I like using the seed as an example, because the earth is surrounded by trees, and all trees started off as tiny seeds. What happens to a seed? You put a seed in the ground and it opens up and becomes a tree, and then the forest. All started as a fucking seed. It's not like when you put the seed in the ground, trees go inside of it. No, everything was within, and it had to open up and unleash like a flower blooms. You are no different, because you come from this earth. You wrapped up with so much potential and so much power. The only thing that's lacking is for you to simply open up and release it. Team 3D Alpha, dominate.